Go to ISIS.
My name is Brittany, and today we're going to talk about diabetes. I'm pretty sure we all know somebody who's got diabetes, whether it's a friend or family member. As EMS, we deal with people that complain about their sugar being too high or too low at least 3 to 4 times a night. Diabetes is a condition in which the body does not properly produce food for use as energy. Most of the food we eat is turned into glucose or sugar for our bodies to use as energy. The pancreas makes a hormone called insulin to help glucose get into the cells of our bodies. When you have diabetes, your body either does not make enough insulin or doesn't use its own insulin as well as it should. This causes sugar to build up in your blood. This is why people refer to diabetes as sugar. Like in the elderly, you say, well, do you have diabetes? They be like, what's that? But if you say, do you got the sugars? They know what you're talking about. A normal sugar is between 60 and 120. Diabetes can cause serious health complications if you don't take care of it like you're supposed to. If it isn't taken care of, you can have heart disease, cause you to go blind, kidney failure, which can lead to putting on dialysis. You can have lower extremity amputations, and you also have neuropathy. Diabetes is the 7th leading cause of death in the United States, and more than 30 million people have it. There are 2 types of diabetes, type 1, type 2. How they know if you're diabetic, they take your A1C levels, and if you're 6.5 or higher, you're considered a diabetic. If it's 6.4, you're pre-diabetic, but lower, you're not a diabetic. Type 1 is when the body does not produce insulin. The body breaks down carbohydrates you eat into the blood sugar that is used for energy, and insulin and the hormone that the body needs to get glucose from the bloodstream into the cells of the body. It is also known as dependent diabetes or juvenile set. This happens to occur more of the adolescent people. More than 1.25 million people in America have diabetes, or type 1 diabetes, and more than 40,000 will be diagnosed this year, according to the American Diabetes Association. Symptoms of type 1 diabetes is increased thirst, frequent urination, hunger, blurred vision, neuropathy, and this is the stage of where they test you if you'll be a diabetic. If you have type 1 diabetes, you can exercise, eat right, maintain it, or you can do insulin. They have short acting, rapid acting, intermediate acting, long acting, and metformin, which can help maintain your diabetes, but mostly the eating right. Type 2 is a chronic condition that affects the way your body metabolizes sugar. With type 2, your body either resists the effects of insulin or does not produce enough insulin to maintain a normal blood sugar. Type 2 used to be also known as adult onset, but today it's common in more children because of children being obese. And type 2 usually occurs after the age of 35. Symptoms also occurs, like if you have type 2 and you start to see dark spots around your neck or on your armpits, it's considered a sign of type 2 diabetes, which my mama had that. Her whole neck around here, all around is dark. Fatigue, blurred vision, slow healing sores, or frequent infections. It also causes nerve damage, sleep apnea. Also, if you have type 2 diabetes, you have an increased risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. To take care of type 2 diabetes, you can use insulin, the slow acting, the fast acting, the intermediate acting, or the long acting. Metformin, they also like for you to take aspirin. They also give you statin for the high cholesterol, which helps your liver. And they give you anti-diabetic medication, which is metformin, to control the amount of sugar in your blood. And today, if you know somebody with type 1 or type 2, I'm going to show you how to check their blood sugar. And make sure they check it before they take insulin, metformin, or whatever that they are prescribed. Because you don't want nobody with a blood sugar of 60 taking 30 units of insulin. We see this all the time. They either be unresponsive, and when you get to them, they say, well, I took my insulin before I went to bed and it didn't eat. I said, what was sugar? Oh, it was 65. And some of the older people tend to be hard-headed. They said, well, my doctor told me to do it. But always check. Always have them eat after they take insulin or metformin. So to check a blood sugar, you have your meter. You have your strips, which are very expensive. You have your lancet. Get your alcohol wipe and a 2x2. And we have Miss Emily, who's going to be our participant. Wipe her finger. Tend to go on the side. It tends to hurt less if you would go in the middle. Let it dry. If you have alcohol in your blood, you tend to get a negative or false reading. Remember, I said that a normal blood sugar is between 60 and 120. Little poke. I always tend to wipe the first little bit of blood. Thank you, ma'am. Our sugar is 83, which is good. I always try to keep a record of it at night so they can know what their sugar was the night before or whenever they need to know. Good.